weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat.
Hello, it is me, Super Ice, and yes, this is my actual voice. No more text-to-speech voice. You're gonna have to endure this torture from me for the next... I don't know how many minutes, but you have to endure this, and it's probably worse than the electric chair in terms of torture. Anyways, today, I'm gonna go over the cryptids that exist within my state, Kansas. Ah yes, Kansas. The place known for the man who threatened to bomb Home Depot's bathroom and got arrested, but was later realized to be a misunderstanding, because he wasn't going to literally implode their bathroom. What the fuck, man? I still can't even fucking believe this thing is real. Ah, Kansas. A place that is the setting within the Wizard of Oz. So many great things I cannot think of my own state without searching them up. Besides the bathroom thing. It's fun hearing on the news. It should be part of the history books. Our first stop is the quiet place of Inman, Kansas, where Lake Inman lies. Who could have seen that coming? Lake Inman also goes by Sinkhole, as in reference to the lake monster that dwells within the waters, Sinkhole Sam, also known as Fu-Pengurkul? Fu-Pengurkul? What the fuck kind of name? Fu-Pengurkul? Fu-Pengurkul? What in the fuck?
Fu-Pengurkul.
Sinkhole Sam, as described, is a large serpentine creature, as eyewitnesses state, 15 to 30 feet long, with a body thick as a car tire. To put that into perspective, here's a quality measurement display created by me, showcasing the size difference between Sinkhole Sam and a green anaconda, which is the largest boa constrictor species, at 17 feet long. And here's me, 5'8", and laid across like your mom on the bed. Sinkhole Sam is pretty big in comparison. As for the rest of the body, Sinkhole Sam is described with a flat, almost prehistoric looking head. Other accounts describe a distinctive tail fin whenever they see him arise from the waters. So far, the earliest reports I can find go back to around 1952. Two fishermen were out and about fishing, casting their lines deep into the waters, when they suddenly saw Sinkhole Sam pop out from the waters like a surprise boner. This obviously scared the fishermen, who hightailed it the fuck out of there. Later, they recounted the encounter as a creature that seemed to belong to another age, another world. Other reports describe a more fantastical scenario. Some reports say Sam had tried to swallow cows and snatch children from the shoreline. Just like me, many explanations for Sam have been made, such as Sam being a prehistoric marine reptile that had survived to modern day and adapted to live in a freshwater lake, or the possibility of Sam being carried from a distant river or ocean flood into the lake. However, with such remarks, there is bound to be doubt, as many have dismissed it as a big-ass eel or an escaped exotic snake. Now, what do I think about this myself? I favor the exotic snake pet explanation. Why, you may ask, you fucking idiot? It's because, as they report, flat, almost prehistoric head. This makes me lean towards the fact that they saw the head of the exotic snake and just claimed prehistoric right up the anal cavity. Swallowing cows, on the other hand? This has made me lean even more into the territory of exotic snake. Most likely a Burmese python or an African rock python or even a green anaconda, as they're big enough to swallow animals such as cows and Chimo's thick-ass thigh. Now obviously, this is what I think. We can't always be for certain, as there really is no photographic evidence, leaving us with only eyewitness reports. And let me just throw this out there. Eyewitness reports aren't the greatest source of information. Some things may be exaggerated due to fear, or just straight up lies because they want the thing to be cooler. Can't blame them. I want a cow-eating snake over here in Kansas. This really isn't a cryptid per se. I just thought it'd be nice to add it in. Here we have the giant grasshopper. This is an obvious hoax. Camera trickery, as you see. And well, giant grasshoppers are really just postcards. So nothing too cool to see here, unfortunately. We continue the trend of large serpentine creatures 50 miles south within Kingman County, the man-made Kingman County Lake, a place that is home to a similar giant-ass serpent, the Kingman County Monster Snake, also known as the Monster Snake. That's the best it can do, really? Damn, and I thought I was unoriginal. The Kingman Snake is described as being really big. I couldn't find any specific reports or witnesses describe the size, but let's just assume from the name itself, it's a big-ass son of a bitch. Much like old Sammy, the Kingman Snake also preys on livestock, such as cattle and sheep. For example, within the late 1960s, around the shoreline, farmers have reported their... Who the fuck is calling me at this guy? Major reports surfaced around the 1960s. Around the shoreline, farmers had reported their livestock maimed and mutilated, and bearing the marks of a large predator. Due to the fact that many farmers' livestock have been killed, a group of hunters have been formed to track down the overgrown shoelace, but unfortunately, the hunters weren't able to find shit. Many believe that the snake was an expert itself, some others even question if it was actually a thing. Sadly, this tale ends in a rather ambiguous note. No one knows what really happened to the big heifer. It either got hunted by a lucky hunter, or it had moved on from the shitty place of Kansas to another place. Probably LA, and I can't blame him. Last up on the list, we have the Bee-Man. First telling of this cryptid dates back to the 1900s. Now, Bee-Man may look like any ordinary Bigfoot, but I can assure you, the story to this thing is something. We start out with Russell Hallman. I can't find a damn picture of this guy, so enjoy whatever is happening on the screen right now. An 81-year-old native recounts a story his father told him. A circus train that most likely was traveling through Kansas City had derailed. The circus train was carrying a plethora of animals, from tigers, lions, basically anything that's used for circus acts. However, one animal in particular, I shit you not, a 12-foot tall gorilla had broken out of the train wreck and escaped into the forests of Kansas. Let me do a little interjection here. The height of a male silverback gorilla when standing upright is 5 to 5.9 feet tall, maybe 6. In comparison, the gorilla stated here fucking blows it out of the water standing at 12 feet tall. For another one, the gorilla is taller than the 7-foot tall Donkey Kong, and is taller than the extinct Gigantopithecus that stands at only 9 to 10 feet tall. That is fucking insane. Anyways, that same gorilla is said to be the parent of the Bee-Man, and oh my god. Some stories state it's due to the same gorilla mating with a wolf to create the Bee-Man. The body of a gorilla and the head of a wolf and being bipedal. Damn. I wish I was that gorilla fucking. Aside from interesting stories, there of course have been sightings. The only sighting I can find comes from Damon Smith. Again, can't find any pictures, nor paintings, who had seen the monster when she was around 9 or 10. She explained it was somewhat like a wolf or coyote. Other sightings from her explained she saw a mauled pig with no sign of any other animal around. Just rewind the video and listen to that statement again. You can see how abysmal that claim is. And the last one is where Smith saw a dark shadow moving in the forest during a thunderstorm. So far, the only other reports I can find are a bunch of footprints, and another one where a couple of kids played a prank with newly introduced flashing lights. Mind you, this was back then. Now, what do I think about this myself? I think this is just a bunch of manure. Listen, I tried to find reports that speak of a circus train being wrecked during the same time when the creature was spotted. Guess what? I couldn't find anything. You'd think a circus would put out warnings about escaped animals. Now, the 12-foot gorilla on the other hand? I'm just gonna say this outright. That's really fucking stupid. So in this case, do not take my word as God's words, but I declare this as nothing but a good old boogeyman story to scare the kids. Thanks for watching.